Hi friends, welcome back. We are dealing with pharmacokinetic basic consideration part 2. In the previous session, we discussed the basic, that is, what is kinetics, the terms related, as well as the plasma drug concentration profile. In this part 2, we are discussing what is rate constant, order of the reaction, and how it affects the pharmacokinetics. This is basic for us to know the kinetics as well as to know as a basic for the pharmaceutic subject. So we can move into the deep into the subject. Let us start. As we know, the pharmacokinetics uses the mathematical analysis of the process of the ADME. When the drug movement from the site of application to systemic circulation through various barrier, physiological barrier, and they convert it to some chemical form and finally exit through our body. This is the normal process carrying out. And this process can be expressed mathematically by the rate at which they proceed, the order of such process and rate constant. The velocity with which a reaction or a process occurs is its rate, and order of a reaction means the manner in which the concentration of the drug or the reactant which will influence the rate of the reaction or the process. It is simply the order of the reaction or order of the process. Simple means that is in what concentration or the manner in which the concentration which will influence the speed or rate of a reaction. For a general reaction, we can consider the reaction as, for example, if a drug A converted to drug B, the rate of the forward reaction is minus dA by bt and proceed to form dB by dt. So, C is the concentration of the drug A and the rate of concentration or rate of decrease in concentration of the drug A converted to change B. So it can be defined with the help of the function of time. This function of time and that reaction can be expressed generally as dc by dt is equal to minus kc raised to n, where k is the rate constant, not each and every term, because in kinetics part we come across k, n, etc. So k is the rate constant and n is the order of the reaction. Basically, three type of kinetics are seen: zero order kinetics, first order, and mixed order process. If n is 0, it's a zero order process. If n is 1, it's first order, and so on. Come to the case of zero order kinetics. It is known as constant rate process. The general equation we studied that dc by dt is equal to minus k0 raised to n. Here order is 0, so the equation becomes k0 c raised to 0 and equation is equal to minus k0. After rearrangement integration, c is equal to c0 minus k0t, and we can find that the C0 is the concentration of drug at time 0 and C is the concentration of drug yet to undergo the reaction at time t. And the zero order half-life is equal to C0 by 2K0, or it can be expressed as 0.5 C0 by K0. And you can find out that the C0 constant or zero order process is not constant but proportional to the initial concentration of the drug C0, that is T half. In the numerator portion it is related to initial concentration of drug C0 and inversely proportional to the zero order rate constant. And this zero order equation do not require logarithmic transformation, and this can be expressed. This is the graph of zero order kinetics by plotting the dc by t versus time, forming a steady drug loss, showing a constant rate process. So it is known as constant rate process. Steady drug is lost from the body. And by plotting concentration versus time, we can see this type of curve, and slope is, we can find out the slope and find out the rate constant from the graph. In this, we want to know, that is it, for every order we want to know what are the examples, because in some exam the examples are asked if it is zero order, first order, like that. So not the equation, also not the examples of zero order. The examples of zero order include the metabolism of protein drug binding come across the zero order, as well as the administration of a drug as a constant rate IV infusion include the zero order, as well as the control drug delivery systems such as IM implants, osmotic pump, etc. will come under this zero order kinetics. Going to the first order kinetics, it is otherwise known as linear kinetics. Here n it become 1. So the equation become dc by dt is equal to minus kc. The unit is time raised to minus 1 or per hour. K is the first order rate constant. Here the rate of the first order reaction is directly proportional to the concentration of the drug undergoing the reaction. That is, if greater the concentration, the faster the reaction. This is we want to know. That is, if more concentration is there, the reaction carrying out is become faster. This is the slope, that is by graph of first order kinetic, which showing a linear relationship between the rate of the reaction and concentration. So the first order can be called as the linear kinetics can be seen. After the rearrangement and integration, the basic equation get converted to C is equal to C0 e raised to minus kt. The small e is known as Napierian or natural log base. So we can find out that here only one exponent is there. So the first order process is known as mono-exponential rate process. Thus, a first order process can be characterized by a logarithmic plot or exponential kinetics. That is, a constant fraction of the drug undergoes a reaction per unit time is carrying out. But in case of zero order kinetics, there is no logarithmic no requirement for logarithmic transformation. But in case of first order kinetics, we want to convert into the logarithmic form. And by plotting this in, first of all, we are plotting in regular plot. We got that is percentage concentration versus time. We got this type of curve, that is known as regular or Cartesian plot. And by plotting the logarithmic transformation, that is log C0 log C concentration versus time, we got a semi-logarithmic plot. And the slope of this plot give minus k by 2.303 and y-intercept gives log C0 value. Going to the first order half-life, we substitute the value, that is C is equal to C0 by 2. The T-half become 0.693 divided by K. So the half-life of a first order process is a constant and it is independent of initial drug concentration, because look into the equation, T-half is equal to 0.693 by K. Here there is no concentration term, so the half-life of a first order process is independent of the initial drug concentration. The example include the absorption, distribution and elimination all will follow the first order kinetics. In some cases, the kinetics of the pharmacokinetic process change from first order to predominantly zero order with increasing dose or chronic medication. In In such cases, a mixture of both first order and zero order kinetics is observed, and the process is known as mixed order kinetics. And this mixed order kinetics can be seen, and it is also known as dose dependent kinetics or non-linear kinetics. These non-linearities can be seen in case of drug absorption of vitamin C, drug distribution in case of drug naproxen, and drug elimination of riboflavin. The non-linearity phenomena is seen when the substrate specific and having definite capacity, and at high concentration the system becomes saturated or capacity limited. The kinetics of such capacity limited process can be described by Michaelis-Menten kinetics. The non-compartment analysis or model independent method follows the linear kinetics. It is based on the statistical moment theory, and we can find out a term here, that is the MRT. MRT is equal to AUMC by AUC, where MRT is the mean residence time of the drug, and this AUMC, AUC are we are plotting in our theory class, and AUMC is obtained by the plot of the product of plasma drug concentration and time, that is C into T versus time, and AUC, that is the area under the curve, as we already discussed this term in the plasma drug profile by plotting the concentration versus time. This is a plot that we obtain by plotting the concentration versus time, and this is obtained first trapezoid showing the AUC curve and the cross curve showing the AUMC curve, and by using this AUMC and AUC we are finding out the MRT or mean residence time. Mean residence time is defined as the average amount of the time spent by the drug in the body before being eliminated, that is the time spent to before the drug become eliminated, that is the MRT. And we can find various application of this non-compartment analysis, like this application of model independent or non-compartment model is used to estimate the important pharmacokinetic parameters like bioavailability, clearance, and apparent volume of distribution. Also used in determining the half-life, rate of absorption, first order constant, etc. And the advantages of this method is that it is easy to derive the kinetic parameters, a detailed description of distribution and elimination can be found out, and disadvantage is that it deals with averages, so it provides limited information and does not adequate to treat the nonlinear cases. By this we come to the end of this video. Today we discuss crisply based on the basic concept of order, rate, and various rate constant, and simply on the introduction of non-compartment analysis. I hope this session will be helpful for you to know the basic. If you like this video, share and support. Thank you for the watching. Thank you once again.